You have studied world leaders, and Trump has made no secret of his admiration for the Prime Minister of Hungary. What is it about Viktor Orban that has such a hold on Trump? And what has he done in Hungary that Trump may try to emulate in this country?
So Orban has been extremely effective at installing something called electoral autocracy. And what that means is today you don't have to shut down elections like in communism, fascism. You don't need a one-party state. You can keep elections going and you can keep other parties going, but you game the system so that it's very hard for the opposition to succeed. And how do you do that? First, you domesticate the media, and Orban, it's this incredible. In 2018, Orban got the owners of 500 media properties. These are people who each owned, they're wealthy, big players, to donate their properties to a government allied foundation. And so in one fell swoop, he set the stage for what is now a estimated 90% government domestication of the media, but not old-fashioned state control of the media. You also have to go after the judiciary. And why? Because remember, after 2020, over 60 judges in our country turned back Trump's fake election fraud claims. And some of those judges had been appointed by him. So Orban has totally domesticated the judiciary. So, because there's that connection between elections and judiciary. So he is the master of electoral autocracy. So he can call his state, he calls it a liberal democracy. There's actually nothing democratic about it, but that's what he calls it. And so, same in Turkey, where Erdogan says, "Oh, there's a ballot box. I'm not a dictator. We have elections." But what has Erdogan done? That's an unfolding story. He couldn't stand to have an actual rival for the presidential elections. Is one of my democratic heroes, Ekrem İmamoğlu, the mayor of Istanbul. So he's been doing things for years to try and get rid of Imamoglu as a viable candidate. And finally, recently, he had him arrested. And so that's the actual outcome of autocracy. And so Trump watches this, and the Heritage Foundation has been long allied with Orban. So Orban it's not just Trump, he has very, very powerful backers in this country.